Ladies and gentlemen, the issue is land. And what is at stake here is the survival of the Palestinian people on what is left of our olive groves and orchards, our terraced hills and peaceful valleys, our ancestral homes, villages and cities. International legitimacy demands the restoration of the illegally occupied Arab and Palestinian lands to their rightful owners. Israel must recognize the concept of limits, political, legal, moral, and territorial, and must decide to join the community of nations by accepting the terms of international law and the will of the international community. No amount of circumlocution or self-deception can alter that fact.
Palestinians are people who come from a country called Palestine. You cannot find any Palestinian family who has not suffered as a result of the death of their people.
If need be, we can mount and escalate the present situation, which represents a kind of resistance that stems from our respect for ourselves as human beings.
Palestinians are considered saints, homies, as if you did not come from anywhere. You came out of somewhere, out of space or something. That presents many legal fronts, but also presents some fronts on the human level, emotional level, that you can't belong anywhere. Recently you have heard about a situation called the uprising in the West Bank and Gaza. Youth throwing stones, Israeli soldiers shooting, killing, using tear gas and so on. A young kid who has become 20 years old right now, meaning for 20 years he or she has been living under Israeli occupation, 20 continuous years more under Israeli occupation, which means they've never saw any day of freedom in their lives.
It is needless to affirm that the members of the Arab Medical Association for Gaza Strip totally identify themselves with the Palestinian popular demands for ending the Israeli occupation and recognizing the Palestinian rights for self-determination and the establishment of a sovereign and independent state on Palestinian soil. Within a context of general popular discontent The strike was triggered by a sudden and vicious campaign of customs officials on the clinics of 15 doctors and dentists, and which involved, among other things, the detaining of 2 doctors, one of whom our cause is a defense of human rights. Is a defense of human rights.
Palestinians are a people with legitimate national rights. We are not the inhabitants of territories, or an accident of history, or an obstacle to Israel's expansionist plans, or an abstract demographic problem. You may wish to close your eyes to this fact, but we are here in the sight of the world before your very eyes, and we shall not be denied. In exile or under occupation, we are one people united despite adversity, determined to exercise our right to self-determination and to establish an independent state led by our own legitimate and acknowledged leadership. Determined to exercise our right to self-determination, we are one people, and we shall not be denied.